This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2022 E-PRO by Flagstaff, and it's the E19 FD model. So we're just going to go over some of the features here. It's freezing cold out here right now, so I'll do the best I can. You have a power awning, obviously, with a LED strip. This is where you would find your canister for your water filter, which is right there. So keep in mind that if you choose to use a water filter, it comes with one, there's one inside. If you choose to use it, you have to throw it out when you winterize, and you have to put a new one in the spring after you de-winterize. Okay. Water heater. The switches operated are inside. Okay. This rail right here, your grill or griddle and a tabletop are going to attach right there. You got outside speaker. Your door has a keypad. Okay, this is a centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that operates when you pick up. Just some more stuff in here. Your tabletop is in here, and the hose, the gas line for your grill. You have a power tongue jack here. Now keep in mind that if this was ever to fail, you can pull this piece out of here and then pull this plug right here and use a 3/4 inch socket or crank or whatever you got to crank it if you needed to. Alright, you got two LP tanks, two deep cycle marine batteries wired at 12 volts, so it just still puts out 12 volts, just doubles the storage capacity. Okay, I don't know if we can see it here, but maybe a little bit. Right back there, it's hard to see, but it's a kill switch for the battery, so you can actually shut the batteries off if you choose to. Okay, some more stuff here, the crank and a wheel for the front end. Your dump hose right there. Okay, outside shower. This is the vent for your range hood fan. So if you turn on the fan, you want to push these latches right there up so the baffle inside will flap freely. So if you don't do that, it won't vent to the outside. So anytime you're venting using the fan, you want that open. This is your fresh water tank. Now, normally you're going to use city water. That's almost always what you use. But if you're going to some place that does not have plumbing on the campsite, you can pre-fill this tank and then use the onboard pump to pump it. Okay. These are your valves, black and gray tank, of course. Your cord, your power cord, which is 30 amp and 30 foot long. You have a ladder, which is great because the manufacturer states you should inspect your roof every 90 days. By inspection, it means checking all the seals and sealant, make sure there's no cracking or separation. Check the roof attachments and the roofing material, make sure it wasn't damaged by low branches, things like that, okay? Also, that housing there tells us this is pre-wired for a backup camera. Okay, so your city water hooks up right here. I showed you where the fresh water tank was. City water hooks up right there. This port is to draw antifreeze into the system when you're winterizing, all right? This one here is the black tank flush. So after you dump your black tank at the dump station, you can leave the valve open and then come over here and put the hose out of there, turn it on, it'll flush you inside of your tank out, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing, okay? It's a good thing to do. If they have a working hose, then you should do it. Okay, so let's go inside. Hopefully heater's getting going in here. Oh yeah, heat finally. Okay. So we'll start right here. This is your control panel. Of course, you've got lights here. You have your levels here, batteries charged, fresh water, black water, gray water. They graduate up in 1/3 increments, of course. Your awning, you have a power awning in this, so keep in mind that never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be in the campsite, always roll it in. To turn on your water pump, it's right there. That's used to pump out of the fresh water tank, like I said, or even it's used to winterize the trailer also, to pump the antifreeze through it. To light your water heater on gas is this one here. To light it on, or ignite, to turn on the electric, I guess it would be right here. Never run the water heater without water in the tank, ever. or you'll have to get the element replaced, okay? And this is your tank heater, so it extends your camping season. You can stay out later in the fall and go out earlier in the spring. This heats your tanks. Okay? So far so good. Of course, this is a Murphy bed right here. That is your griddle that hangs next to the table on the outside, okay? This table could fold down, and this will turn into a bed. All right. Let me get this right here. This is the range hood I told you about. If you're running the fan, remember what I said. Make sure you open the baffle on the outside. So to light the stove top, you're just going to turn it on and spark it like that. You spark it by turning this knob, the one all the way to the left here, clockwise. Okay. Now this one, the knob all the way to the right, is actually for the oven. So down here, at the very back, there's a pilot light. Let me see if I can spark it so you can see it. You may be able to see that. Anyway, what you do is you go to the oven knob and you turn it on pilot, which is the picture of the flame. Then you depress it. You keep it depressed during the whole lighting procedure. Then you'll start trying to ignite it by clicking this to the right, spinning it clockwise. And when it lights, you'll see it down here, light. You still hold this in for another 10 seconds. And then you're going to run it just like a regular oven. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out, and so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay, well, I went a long way to say that. Okay. So, your refrigerator, it's a 12-volt DC refrigerator. The only thing to know about it is you want to keep that latched when you're traveling so you don't break the doors or dent the doors. Microwave works like any other microwave. Okay, TV with a disc player. You have your radio. This is an AM/FM radio. You can stream off of a USB stick right here. You can stream wirelessly from your phone or tablet. There's Bluetooth, and you got 2 speaker zones. One is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. So you have pretty much everything you need. This HDMI here that's got a rubber cap on it is an in. So if you wanted to go in the system with like a portable Blu-ray player or something, you can go right in that way. Okay. Now this device here is your a Wi-Fi Ranger. This is a signal booster that takes regular, free campground Wi-Fi, for example, and it boosts it. You get better bandwidth. It's got a built-in firewall, all that sort of thing. So that's how you turn it on. Now I just want to, you have to read the directions, obviously, but you can see there's this sticker down here. I know you can't read it, but the top line tells you what the name of the Wi-Fi Ranger is. This one is Teton, I can't see that small, 5160. So when you're looking in your Wi-Fi and your phones and your family's phones, that's it. So you would connect to that. The bottom one is an IP address. That's the IP address for the Wi-Fi Ranger. So when you go to that IP address and then you put in the temporary password, which is in the middle, which is just changed me now, 5160, you'll be able to see everything the Wi-Fi Ranger sees, right? So basically, you're putting what comes down to is you're putting the password in your phones, all your family's devices, so it'll connect to this automatically, right? To the Wi-Fi Ranger automatically. Then you'll go to the IP address, punch in that password, and you'll be able to see everything the Wi-Fi Ranger sees. You'll pick out the campground Wi-Fi, log into it, and you're all set. So you don't have to log everything in separately. You're just gonna log the Wi-Fi Ranger in, and all the other stuff is done automatically. So, okay, they got a really good website with good videos, so make sure you look at them. Give you a better idea if you don't understand. Okay, let me look and see what we've got here. Yes. Okay, that's all good. Let's see what I forgot here, if anything. Okay, this is your thermostat. When you click it off, you want it to click this way. Watch. If you can hear that. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I didn't want to click it that hard. I'll make sure I put that back on. But, let me turn it back on here. But you want to hear it click when you're shutting it off. But you don't want to rip it off the wall. I'm just looking around here to see what I can see here. Okay, let me look around. Okay, so we'll do this. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas alarm. So if it senses LP gas or carbon monoxide, it'll go off. You just make sure you take everybody outside. You know, leave the door open, shut the gas off, figure out what's going on. Also, if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low. Okay. This is the power converter right here. This converts AC to DC power. So you can see you've got fuses or circuit breakers like you'd see at home, and they're all labeled, right? That's 110 AC. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. So you got 12 volt fuses here, and they're all labeled. Okay. Also, when you're plugged in, this is a battery tender. It'll always sense how much energy your batteries need and keep it charged up. Keep them charged up as long as you're plugged in. Okay. The tow vehicle's alternator will charge the battery when you're pulling it, and the power converter will charge it when you're plugged in. Okay, so we'll go to this. I'm still looking around here. So that is the converter. I know I'm spinning. Sorry about the camera work and all that, but that is the power converter. Converts AC to DC. This also has an inverter. The inverter converts DC to AC, right? So, you've got two batteries and a solar panel, right? So if you need to invert power for something, there's going to be one plug in here that inverts. I'm going to look and see if I can find which one it is. Sometimes they don't put the sticker in it, and I have to look in the stuff. It's going to be one of these two here. I didn't see which one it was yet, but only one of these plugs will invert. So if you're using a coffee machine or whatever you're using, you plug it into that plug and turn on the inverter, like so. So when you do that, it's taking the energy from your battery, which is 12 volt DC, and it's turning it into 110 AC. Okay, so you invert power, which goes from DC to AC, and the other device I showed you converts power from AC to DC. Okay, all right, I think I got that right. Now, one last thing when it comes to the technology part. This is your solar controller right here. So right now, you can see there's in the battery 13.7 volts, which is perfect, right? Let me change this. Let me just do this real quick here. Hold on. See, now the AGM is flashing. These are not AGM batteries, so you just want to go to flooded. You won't have to do this. It should have been done already, but I'm just setting it for you so you can see what's happening. Okay, so now it understands what kind of battery we have. Deep cycle marine battery flooded. So, we'll go back here. Okay, so right now we're getting 13.7 volts. That's what's in the battery, right? I push B. B is all that matters. We have two batteries up there, but they're wired together as one, so it only sees as one battery. So you push it again, and there's the sun, and you see the rays coming to the solar panel and the little picture up there. Right now we're putting 0.5 amps into the batteries, okay? So it's a cloudy day, it's in the morning, it's cold, dark, so we're only getting 0.5. If it was sunnier, it would be closer to 5.0, just so you know. So what this is showing you, this display is showing you how much we're gaining, and right there we're gaining 0.5 from the sun, okay? Now we have 100% storage capacity filled, so the batteries are at full power. And the next one is amp hours. So you see 109 amp hours we've got in the batteries, okay? Hopefully you understand. So with 13.7 volts, we're gaining 0.5 amps from the sun. It's 100%, system's 100%, and you've got 109 amp hours, okay? One thing to know that this is a USB, right? So if let's just say everything goes, you lose power, something happens, and all you have is the solar and you need to use your cell phone, things like that, you can plug it into here, and you can actually use your solar panels to charge your phone. Okay. And as with all these things, there is plenty of literature. Make sure you read it. Going to manufacturers' websites and looking at their product videos is always a good way to do it. Okay, so the bathroom. The bathroom works like any other bathroom except, well, let's just say it works. This is a 4-speed fan, so you want to use it when you're using the shower. A lot of people forget about that, but you want to pull the humidity out because these are built very tight, these trailers, so make sure you do that. The toilet works like any other RV toilet. In that, there's the flush pedal right there. What you're going to do is you show up at the campground. The black tanks are empty, or tank is empty, right? So you pull up to in your campground, your campsite, you put on hook up the water and the power. Then you'll come in here and you'll take 1 dose of chemical and put it in the bowl. And then you'll step on this and let the water flow in till you put about 1 gallon in the tank. The black tank is directly below there. So you never use it dry or the smell will be unbearable. You have to have water and chemical in it when you start using it, okay? All right. Now this is a little bit different. It's a water miser. So basically what this is a recirculator for the water. Let's just say that you have limited space in your gray tank, and let's say you're in an area that has drought conditions and you can't waste water, obviously. So you would, basically what this thing does, when you put it in this position, instead of water coming from the freshwater tank or city water, either one, and then just going down the drain, it circulates between the water heater and here. So it'll just go around in a loop, the same water, right? Then this will, over here, this blue piece will turn kind of a beigeish color. That means the water's hot. So, and then you could just put it into this position here, and it works like a regular shower. Hot water's coming out, going down the drain into the gray tank. The thing is, when you're recycling it like that, or circulating it, I should call it, when you're circulating it, you're just using a bit of water, and it goes around in a loop while it heats up, and you don't waste any, okay? Like I said, it's good to look at the manufacturer's product videos also. So let me see if I can get on my feet here. There we go. So that's where you would find the Water Meister, for example, if you went on the internet. Okay. Good. So the main features when it comes to the eco features is you not only convert power, you invert it, meaning you go from 12 volt DC up to AC power, right? It has solar panels, and it's got a solar station here. Okay. Just like I said, the water miser is another feature, so it's a really neat trailer. The thing is, I've been working with Flagstaffs for, gosh, I don't know, maybe 15 years or so, and you definitely made a wise choice buying one. They're some of the best trailers out there, especially for the money. So, okay. First of all, thanks for buying your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Second of all, don't forget to inspect your roof every 90 days. And third, you are winterized right now, so it's set up for the winter. In the spring, you got to de-winterize. And remember what I told you about the filter and that sort of thing. Just make sure you de-winterize it properly and you're all set, okay? Thank you very much.